The alert came in at 11:47 p.m. He stared at his phone for a long time. Not because he couldn't believe it, but because he had promised himself on the worst night of his life that he would see this number. And now it was here. 1 million naira. Credited. But nobody tells you about the Gari. Nobody tells you about the cracked screen, the borrowed data, the night he sat on a bare floor and genuinely asked himself, is this all my life will ever be? This is that story. And if you've ever felt like you started with nothing, you need to hear every part of it. His name was Emeka, 24 years old, Lagos Island, third child of 5. His mother sold peppers in the market 3 days a week. His father had been sick for 2 years, the kind of sick that quietly drains a family of everything it has saved. Emeka had done what everyone around him told him to do. Stay in school, get a certificate, find a job. And he did. He got a job at a small logistics company in Isele Eco, 45,000 naira a month. Shift work, long hours, the kind of work that leaves you too tired to dream. For 18 months he showed up, every single morning. Then, one Thursday, without warning, the manager called him into a back office and told him they were letting him go. No letter, no explanation, no final month's salary. Just, we don't need you anymore. He took the bus home that evening and said nothing to his family. He sat in the room he shared with his younger brother and looked at the ceiling. 3,200 naira was all he had in the world. 3,200 naira. And rent was due in 11 days. That night, his mother made gari and groundnut soup. There wasn't enough for everyone. Emeka told her he wasn't hungry. He sat outside on a plastic chair, his cracked screen phone in his hand, 4% battery, someone else's Wi-Fi signal flickering in and out. And in that moment, he made a decision. Not a loud decision, not a dramatic one, just a quiet, tired, stubborn decision. I am not going to stay here. He didn't know what that meant yet. He didn't have a plan. He didn't have connections or capital or anyone in his corner telling him he could do something. He just knew, with everything in him, that 45,000 naira a month and a job that could disappear on a Thursday afternoon was not going to be his story. So he plugged his phone into a neighbor's extension cord, and he started watching YouTube. He wasn't watching for entertainment. He treated it like school. Every night, after everyone in the house had gone to sleep, Emeka watched tutorials. Graphic design, freelancing, how to make money with your phone, digital skills for beginners. He had no laptop. He downloaded Canva, PixArt, CapCut. He practiced making flyers, church announcements, birthday designs, small business posters, things nobody asked him to make, things nobody would ever see. Just practice. For 6 weeks straight. Some nights the network was so bad the videos kept buffering. He would sit there and wait, rewind, watch again. His younger brother asked him once what he was doing. He said, learning. His brother laughed and went back to sleep. Emeka kept watching, because here is something nobody talks about when they tell success stories. The learning period is lonely. Nobody claps for you when you're practicing in the dark. Nobody sees the hours. You just have to keep going on faith that the hours are adding up to something. 6 weeks after he started, Emeka posted 3 sample designs on his WhatsApp status. He almost didn't. He stared at them for 20 minutes, convinced they weren't good enough. Then he posted them anyway. Within 2 hours, a message came in. A girl he knew from secondary school. They hadn't spoken in almost 3 years. She was turning 25 the following weekend and needed a birthday flyer for her party. She asked what he charged. He typed 2,000 naira, then deleted it. Typed 1,000 naira, deleted that too. Settled on 1,500 naira. She said, okay. He delivered the flyer in 2 hours. She paid immediately. 1,500 naira hit his account, and Emeka screenshot that alert before the notification even finished loading. He sat with it for a long time. Not because 1,500 naira was life-changing money, but because someone had looked at something he made and decided it was worth paying for. That feeling, that specific feeling, is something no one can take from you once you've had it. After that first client, Emeka raised his price to 3,000 naira, then 5,000 naira. He opened a WhatsApp business account, wrote a simple bio, posted his work every few days. Clients came through referrals, slowly at first, then with more consistency. By month 3, he was earning between 40,000 naira and 65,000 naira a month, more than his old salary. All from his phone. All from a skill he taught himself on borrowed Wi-Fi in the middle of the night. He started saving. Disciplined. A specific amount every month, untouched. By month 8, he had 200,000 naira set aside. He bought a second-hand laptop from a man in Ikeja Computer Village, and everything shifted. With a laptop, he could take on bigger projects, full brand identities, social media packages, business flyers, logos, pitch deck designs. He raised his prices, again. He started posting work on Instagram. A client in Abuja found him, a small fashion brand that had been using a design agency and wanted something more personal, more affordable. They negotiated. The deal was 180,000 naira for a complete branding package. Emeka delivered it in 8 days. The client was so satisfied, she referred 2 more businesses to him within the month. And on a quiet Tuesday evening in month 14, Emeka opened his banking app, added up everything he had earned since that first 1,500 naira birthday flyer, and the total crossed 1 million naira. He didn't throw a party. He didn't post about it immediately. He sat in the same room where he had stared at the ceiling the night he lost his job. The room was a little better now. A small desk, a second-hand chair, a laptop with a crack in the hinge that he kept meaning to fix. But it was the same room, and he sat in it, and he thought about the gari, the 4% battery, the neighbor's extension cord, the brother who laughed when he said he was learning. He thought about the manager who let him go without a letter. And he didn't feel anger. He felt something quieter than that. He felt like a man who had kept a promise to himself. The promise he made on a plastic chair outside his mother's house, on the worst night he could remember. I am not going to stay here. He hadn't. Emeka's story is not special because he made 1 million naira. It is special because of what it took to start. Not capital, not connections, just a cracked phone, a free app, and a decision made in the dark that nobody witnessed. There are people watching this right now, sitting exactly where Emeka sat. Same room, same doubt, same question. Is this all my life will ever be? The answer is no, but the only way to prove that is to start, quietly, imperfectly, tonight. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And stay with this channel, because we tell the stories they don't put in the headlines, the real ones, the ones that start in the dark.